If there's one thing that keeps me coming back to watch the Pokémon anime, then it's its wonderful characters complemented by unique story plots and outstanding animation. Being a die-hard fan of the original Pokémon anime, seeing Ash and Pikachu leave initially made me think that Pokémon Horizons would not be able to live up to the expectations. Well, I was wrong. This series has done an outstanding job with its fresh and mature storyline, and the characters and Pokémon themselves are only just some of the things that have me hooked to this series. But have you heard about the other new Pokémon anime? Not this one, I'm talking about this one instead. Trust me, what I'm about to reveal is bloody brilliant. When it comes to anime, creatives try their best to ensure that audiences young and old can find enjoyment in the animation they're portraying. Pokemon has done a really good job with this so far, showcasing the adventures of Ash, Liko and Roy across the relevant seasons, making viewers keen to learn more about the heroes and how they'll achieve their goals. Whether if it's a mini-series, web series, one-off episode, or even an entire series altogether, storyboarding is something that is crucial in making an animation excel, and this is where Poketoons takes things to the next level. Outside of the box compared to the usual Pokemon anime, Poketoons is a series of animated shorts that showcases various Pokemon originally posted on the Pokemon Kids TV Japanese YouTube channel. This series has an anthology format and houses the stories of individual characters developing alongside their Pokemon. The series has been running for a few years now, and even though it looks and feels like a children's cartoon, it's done a brilliant job of making episodes engaging with its simple concepts. Now you're probably thinking, this is just a kids thing, I'ma stick to Ash Ketchum or even Pokémon Horizons. Well, to be fair, you're right. But then again, you're probably 10% of a hypocrite seeing as you're already technically watching a kids show. I got you there now, didn't I? But hang on. Let me explain more. Besides these animated shorts seemingly being aimed towards kids, each episode has a unique element that fits the purpose for both young and older audiences, no matter the generation. It could be that the episode's art style is inspired by the golden age of American animation, or maybe it could even be entirely visualized via stop motion. There are even episodes that nod towards viewers that have familiarities with Pokemon games. The generic plots of these episodes showcasing characters befriending Pokemon, whilst having their own adventures with a small handful of Easter eggs thrown in there, once again proves that this series has a lot of relatability for modern and new fans of Pokemon as a whole. Then again, that's what Pokemon is all about, right? Making friends along the way and going on adventures. But there's one episode in this series that takes the whole concept to a different level. Episode 10, titled Angry Primeape Observation Diary, is the episode that really shows how outstanding Pokemon animation could be pushed to its limit. It could even reach Plus Ultra at this point. The story follows a trainer that keeps a diary of his partner Pokemon being a Primeape, and along the way, he tracks the Pokemon's anger. Throughout the episode, we see some wholesome interactions between the pair, with them embracing various activities and battles together. Despite being an angry maniac, Primeape is actually very gentle to its trainer, and even though the Pokemon is often seen fainting sometimes in the episode due to its sheer anger and exhaustion, it still knows that its trainer looks after it well. However, when it comes to the trainer explaining his adventures with this Pokemon, the other school kids don't respond well, as they automatically assume that Primeape is just a dangerous beast. But this is where the magic begins to shine in the episode. This segment of the episode sells it with three key elements: animation, concept, and outcome. Let's start off by talking about animation. It's bloody insane, fam. Like, what is this, bruv? The pair was supposedly battling a champion ranked trainer, and my guess is that it could even be Hassel from Paldea's Elite 4. From my understanding, the trainer tells his Pokemon to show the world that being angry can lead to something good, and it's his time to prove them wrong, whoever doubted them both. Throughout the narrative, there were characters and Pokemon that were scared of Primeape because of its angry persona and nature. Whilst the battle segment is quite short, the animation that goes alongside it is absolutely sublime. According to others, it's said that the animation features staff that had worked on Chainsaw Man, Castlevania, and Shadowverse. And I truly see why the internet was going crazy during this segment. The raw frames, the exhilarating pace, and just overall hype made this small battle really engaging. It was absolutely flawless, and this is where it links to the concept. The message behind this episode is to never judge a book by its cover. The trainer logs events with his Pokemon to not only look back at them and reflect at the good times he spent with Primeape, but to also display how much growth the Pokemon has received, and this is what I love so much about the story of the episode. It's a very relatable concept that we can all reflect on in our lives, making memories and seeing how far we've come and grown in situations, and this is where the outcome truly hits us in the feels. Besides being a Pokemon that is said to go to sleep due to its anger, we see the Primeape excel in battle, and its hard work is rewarded with it evolving into Annihilate. This complements the growth it's had along the way, and with the bond it's shared with its trainer, even if the personalities contrast one another. The evolution itself shows that it's not cursed, and it doesn't imply that it's unaliving itself. It's truly heartwarming to see a Pokemon like Primeape receive such a wonderful episode focus on itself, to not only showcase how badass it was in battle, but it also proved a point that we shouldn't always be so quick to judge something. That's what makes this short animated episode so incredible, and I'm glad we got to see it come to life, because like I said before, No matter how young or old you are, there's always going to be something that Pokemon will do that will be relatable to our own lives. I think what I really like about this episode is how simple and effective it is. Yeah, it looks like a kid's cartoon, but it's all about the relatability that sells the narrative really well. This is why we need more Pokemon ONAs and concepts like this. Pokemon Horizons is doing a really good job with its distinctive story too. It has a very mature, fresh and engaging narrative that's keeping viewers hooked wanting to know more. It's always a joy seeing what the Pokemon Company and its creative writers come up with these types of episodes. We've seen special episodes before of Ash on a unique adventure compared to the usual, and even the messages behind those episodes are very impactful. It just goes to show that even the simplest of animations can waste so much importance. And collating various aspects of anime and Pokemon, this was used to make a fantastic product. I think this one episode is a perfect example of what the Pokemon anime can continue to inspire to be, and in fact, it was quintessentially magnificent. Pokemon is all about storytelling, mixing magical adventures with a sense of realism, and the fact that this little kid and his Pokemon shocked loads of viewers with how understandable and compelling their story was, truly shows how touching Pokemon can be to everyone. It just goes to show that even though we're so used to our current heroes on the screen, there's always space and room for new faces to steal the show. They didn't have to be the strongest or coolest character with multiple wins, or Pokemon, or badges to justify their strength. Sometimes, it could be something small and simple, and that tends to be the most effective. It's a shame I can't find any further information about the creative team that worked in this episode, but if any of you guys know, then let me know in the comments below. I hope we get to see more of these types of videos in the future. I think it's been confirmed that more of these shorts will air in the upcoming years, so that's definitely something to look forward to, and I can't wait to see what amazing stories are to unfold in this world of Pokemon. Pokétoons has really set the bar high for being an incredible animated series. Showcasing different characters with their Pokemon and adventures not only signifies that there's something new to explore, but it also once again circulates back to the whole concept of the franchise, and this is what made it really magical. As we've seen from our two friends, they were originally looked at as outcasts due to being different, but after proving their points and showing the world what they're truly made of, this is where the light began to shine so bright that they were both rewarded equally. Primeape was able to evolve into a new Pokemon, and the kid was able to inspire his classmates, showing that no matter what people think of you, if you have a passion for something, you'll stick by it, as long as it makes you happy. And this is the joy all about Pokemon. I guess this proves that you don't always have to be a 10-year-old hero or someone that's from a different adventure to still portray an outstanding piece of Pokemon animation. I really hope we get to see this little guy return. Maybe he'll even build up a new team of Pokemon. The possibilities are endless with this one. At the end of the day, Pokemon may not be for everyone, and some people have grown out of it as time has passed, but if there's one thing I could recommend, is to definitely watch this episode. Why not watch how impactful and amazing a 10-minute video about a crazy pig monkey and his trainer can make you relate to your life in your own way.
やった。これで怒り猿も満足するはずです。